MTN News, this is Montana This Morning.
Just ahead, meet a Bozeman man who was attacked by a grizzly bear and survived. Hear his story of survival and now his story of recovery.
I'm Megan Thompson here at the Butte-Silver Bow County Courthouse, and coming right up, I'm going to tell you about a resolution that's before the Butte-Silver Bow County Commissioners as they vote on a special prosecutor to help assist with a case where a CPS worker has been charged with DUI and child endangerment.
The Butte Rescue Mission is getting ready to host its community Thanksgiving dinner, but they need a little help from you. I'll tell you what's on their wish list.
All right, looking forward to that, John. Thank you very much. 6:31 on this Wednesday edition of Montana This Morning. Jane McDonald and Matt Elwell with you. I mean, look at that sunrise.
It's
Can we
gorgeous,
take
isn't it?
2 seconds? It is absolutely stunning.
And it's this time of year, this time of day. This is not unusual for us this time of day.
Right.
But man, it is beautiful to be able to see. A little bit of cloud cover, but
Yep.
we do have some changes heading our direction.
Oh,
30s for us now. This is a warm morning.
Woohoo.
Beautiful sunrise, of course, as we've been talking about, but we're watching some cooler air march our way as you get into the evening and overnight. Along with that, gusty winds throughout the day today, and that continues into the evening. There's that sunrise. Another look.
Wow.
Our temperatures expected to be into the upper 50s. It is gorgeous. Unfortunately, the wind is probably our biggest drawback. Waiting for the sun to head over the horizon in Butte. Temperatures a little cool, but we will be kind of back and forth with our forecast. We'll talk about the timing of our snow chances in just a few minutes.
All right, thank you very much, Matt. Now some housekeeping right off the top. A Libertarian candidate is set to be on the ballot when Montanans choose a U.S. Senator next year. Sid Dowd announced he's running for Senate on Monday. He said neither main party has done enough to push back on federal overreach. Dowd works as a consultant, and he's the chair of the state Libertarian Party, and he serves on the Kalispell City Council, a nonpartisan position. In 2 of Senator Jon Tester's previous campaigns, Libertarians have won more votes than his margin of victory over the Republican candidates. But Dowd says he believes his party takes votes from Republicans and Democrats, as well as those who wouldn't vote otherwise, and that it's important to give Montanans another voice. But our top story this half hour, it's been a little over 2 months since Rudy Norlander was attacked by a grizzly bear. Now he's home recovering. And MTN's Jolie Silly tells us he is definitely doing better, but his road to recovery, it's a long one.
I only hear by the grace of God.
After surviving a terrifying near-death experience and an intense medical journey, Rudy Norlander is home sweet home with his loved ones, his daughter Ashley, and his dog, Soli.
He is my rock, so I'm very happy. I'm very fortunate he's still here.
On September 8th, Rudy headed down a trail in Big Sky that he'd been on hundreds of times, joining 2 clients who had rented equipment from him, who were looking for a deer they shot and wounded.
My dad was like, I'll come help you find it. I'll come help track.
Little did he know, he would come quite literally face to face with a grizzly bear. Rudy says the bear came upon him so quickly, he did not have time to deploy bear spray, and his gun misfired.
Had 1 second, just enough time to pull the gun out of the car, and then was on me.
The grizzly bit off the front of Rudy's lower jaw, leaving scratches on his chest as well as bites on his arms and legs. Ashley still recalls the phone call she got just minutes after Rudy was attacked.
I never thought I would ever get that phone call. He's like, well, we're with Rudy, got attacked by a grizzly bear. He's in pretty bad shape.
During his 5-week stay at University of Utah Health, Rudy underwent a complete jaw reconstruction. The biggest contributor to his healing journey so far?
Oh, attitude.
Attitude.
Support, you know,
Definitely.
family, friends.
And even the support of strangers.
Like, it's insane how much support he's gotten, and it's phenomenal.
Rudy has another surgery coming up in March, and as soon as he's able, he says he's heading right back out into the backcountry.
Right back to it.
I'm ready to get back doing my thing, but it has changed me a little bit too. I definitely see God's hand in my life.
In Bozeman, Jolie Salee, MTN News.
Talk about a story of survival and determination. Thank you so much, Jolie, for sharing that story with us this morning. Now, the annual forum focused on promoting trade, investment, and economic development for nations around the Pacific Ocean is happening in San Francisco this week. Now for our top story on the national scene. Scripps News congressional correspondent Stephanie Liebergen explains the biggest event of the week is actually happening on the sidelines.
This week, President Biden is joining leaders from 20 other nations for the Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation Summit. But it's his meeting with one man, Chinese President Xi Jinping, that is getting the most attention.
For the second time since taking over the Oval Office, President Biden is meeting face-to-face with Chinese President Xi Jinping. The president plans to address a range of issues, from human rights abuses and wrongful detentions to climate change and illegal drugs. But the top item on the agenda, resuming military communication.
We have to make sure that senior military leaders and defense leaders are talking so that we don't allow a competitive relationship to develop into crisis.
Whether in the Taiwan Strait or in the South China Sea, where Chinese and U.S. forces and the forces of U.S. allies are operating in close proximity to one another, there needs to be a way to communicate with each other. And so I think this meeting is really about starting to build those muscles of diplomatic engagement.
President Biden also wants to discuss efforts to combat fentanyl trafficking. China is one of the primary sources for the drug and the required chemicals to make it. And while international conflicts like the war in Ukraine and the Israel-Hamas war aren't a central focus for APEC, President Biden could lay the groundwork for China and the U.S. to work together on global issues.
Can China put some pressure on Iran or Hamas to step back? And see if we can find some way to restabilize things in the Middle East. So different sides, but this is what, high stakes diplomacy is all about.
The end goal is simply to improve U.S.-China relations, and the White House hopes to do that by striking a balance between healthy competition and bilateral cooperation. Stephanie Liebergen, Scripps News, Washington.
More to follow on that on the national scene. Thank you very much, Stephanie. Now back in some Treasure State headlines. A Montana Child Protective Services worker in Butte is facing some serious charges, forcing the county to get help from the Department of Justice. MTN's Megan Thompson was at the Butte courthouse with the details.
The Butte-Silver Bow County Attorney is requesting assistance from the Department of Justice in the case involving a CPS worker who is charged with DUI and child endangerment at the end of October. Sina Dale was arrested by the Montana Highway Patrol on October 21st at 3 in the morning. She's charged with 1 count of driving under the influence and 1 count criminal child endangerment, a felony for driving with a child under 14 in her pickup while being under the influence of alcohol and/or dangerous drugs. Sina Dale, who lives in Butte, works for the Montana Department of Health and Human Services as a child protective services worker, and at one point was part of the Butte Family Drug Court team, often handling cases involving DUIs and child endangerment. The Butte-Silver Bow County Attorney is now bringing a resolution before the commission to request prosecutorial assistance in the case. I reached out to the Montana Department of Health and Human Services, and they can confirm that Sina Dale is currently employed by DPHHS as a child welfare manager and has been placed on administrative leave pending the results of an internal investigation. They did not indicate, however, when she was placed on leave. In Butte, Megan Thompson, MTN News.
More to follow on that. Thank you very much, Megan. Now moving down I-90. You may have heard that I-90 will be getting a much-needed expansion between Belgrade and Bozeman. Well, MDT officials weigh in with a statement on projects in the works. MDT recognizes that both Belgrade and Bozeman are growing rapidly, affecting congestion along the I-90. But as a data-driven organization, MDT says there are no current documents citing a need for expansion. However, I-90 from the Belgrade interchanges to 7th Street in Bozeman is being looked at for a corridor study. Now, this study would officially determine the locations needed for expansion. MDT would also like to recognize that, despite rumors, there are no current plans to build a 3rd interchange near Belgrade. Now over in Butte, a wish list for Thanksgiving. MTN's John Amy tells us what Butte's homeless shelter needs to help make this season a little bit brighter for those in need.
The Butte Rescue Mission's homeless shelter in Butte helps a lot of people, and now they need your help by donating turkeys and other fixins for a great Thanksgiving dinner to show their appreciation to the community.
I'm very excited about it because everyone in Butte just helps out so much. You know what I mean? I love the people here because they're always willing to help.
The rescue mission is seeking donations of about 15 turkeys and hams, plus sides to be served with the free Thanksgiving Day meal at the shelter at 610 East Platinum Street. All are invited, especially those feeling down this holiday season.
Holidays can be very difficult to a lot of people. You'll see it brings up the past in many instances of hopeless situations or trauma or challenges. And what we want to do is just provide hope.
Volunteers will be at the shelter on Thanksgiving to prepare the meal. Some of them are residents at the shelter and are grateful it was there for them when they needed it.
Saved my life, like literally saved my life. They give me shelter and food and clothing when I had nowhere else to go.
The shelter feeds people in the community throughout the year. It expects to serve about 90,000 meals this year and estimates its free lunch program is up 30%. So donations are key to the shelter and its mission.
And so we have a very generous community, and not a day goes by that there's not multiple individuals that bring down resources that we can put to use.
The Thanksgiving Day meal will be served from 1 to 3 in the afternoon. In Butte, John Amy, MTN News.
Now we're going to take a short break here on Montana This Morning, but when we come back, holiday season is just around the corner, which means it's time to get ready for that holiday travel.
I'm John Matteries. Planning to travel this holiday season? We'll show you how to make heading home for the holidays as easy as possible. That story coming up.